Hey guys, so I am just out of things to do at home, so let's just take this biology practice exam together. Let's see. It says the net effect of photosynthesis, chemically, reduction. Okay, formation of byproducts, always carbohydrates. How do I scroll down? Okay, cell membrane is semi-permeable. Cell uses which of the following to speed up, accelerate? Has to be enzymes. The enzyme, yes, there is enzymes. Which of the following is not part of the metabolic sequence? Metabolic sequence. What the hell is that? There's photosynthesis, the respiration, breathing in, digestion, metabolism. This hydroplasm. Plasm is like plasm, like your organelles have plasm at the end. I don't know. Which of the following are not organelles found in animal cells? Animal cells. Oh, this chloroplast. Immediately you see chloroplast, that's plant cell. Light initiates different types of cellular reactions. Which of the following responses to light convert? That's photosynthesis. Right, I hope I score well in this test. It says the functional unit of hereditary tau is the gene. That's the definition of a gene, right? DNA exists in double helix. The biochemist in me. Genes are located within the cytoplasm of the cell. This question is not correct, so I'll just pick nucleus. Genetic information is transferred from nucleus to cytoplasm by way of echoria. That's wrong. It's by way of ribonucleic acid. Now, after DNA translation, nope, DNA transcription, ribonucleic acid, RNA comes out of the nucleus. When sexual reproduction occurs in multi-cell, the process takes place before cell fuse, whereby a cell is left with half of its chromosome. Anything half is meiosis or meiosis, whatever. Which of the following represent the largest group? Largest group. King David called order for grain splinter species. King, I'll just go with kingdom. I don't know. I have to check which is always larger. Does it grow from up to down, or it grows? The species is the smallest. I think so. I'll just go with kingdom. There are two types of cell, eukaryotic, correct. Which of the following cellular structures found in both? Trick question. Which is, okay, organelle or cellular structure, chloroplast in the plants. How do plant cells, make energy? Photosynthesis. I'll just go with Golgi apparatus. I really hope I'm correct because Golgi apparatus does some like protein things. What is the name given to structures within cells for carrying out um, what? Providing energy. Oh, okay, organelles. All of the following are similarities between unicellular and multicellular. Their size, yes, ecology, division of labor. How many chromosomes does an individual? I have 46. But when I go into like fertilization, 23 will go on to pair with another person's 23. A multicellular organism is a colony, nope, not a colony, nope, a group of differentiated, that work together, differentiated. Your muscle cells, your nerve, all those things are kind of complex. So that's why they are called multicellular. The term thallus refers to plants like structure. I don't know what thallus is. I've forgotten or I don't even know. I'll just go with brown. Okay. Guesswork is never good. Single cell protists with animal-like behavior. Porphyria have pores. I don't know. Metazoa. Nope. This is protozoa where you have your like how do you call this malaria thing? And Higgelina, whatever, the epicomplexa, that's funny things. The bodies of all insects have head, have thorax. Am I correct? I'll just go with parts. Sterile female honeys are called. Duh. I don't know, but let's just go with honey queen bee. Not Beyonce though. Which of the following organism is a vertebrate? Vertebrate, collar, how do they call it? Backbones, frogs, insect, earthworms. Yep, we'll go with frogs. Many animals protect themselves with exoskeleton. There's an external skeleton. We will say external turtle. I think so. Locomotion in metazoa is usually due to the contraction of, I don't know what's in metazoa. Skin, muscle in humans. Let's just go with skin, but I'm not sure. I recall what a metazoa is. In normal sexual reproduction, two mature gametes fuse to form always a zygote. I really hope I ace this. You guys doing the work too? In humans, how do the sex chromosomes differ? Female have XX, male have XY. Yes, male one X, female male 2 no. It should be this. Changes in genetic makeup of an organism may be due to which of the following? Okay, new combinations of chromosome. We can have three, like trisomy, chromosomal mutation, changes in genetic makeup. That's a trick question. I don't know. Let's just go with all of the above. The phrase survival of the fetus is an alternate phrase expressing which of the following? There's Lamarck's theory of evolution, where law of use and disuse. Survival of the fetus is came from him, I think so. Acquired traits, the survival of the fetus, survival inheritance of acquired characteristics. Let's just go with B. I don't know. Which which of the following directly as opposed supports Charles Darwin theory? Maybe Janet Mendel's theory of it. Genetics that occurs when organisms of different species meet. Different species, keyword different species, so that's an hybrid. Which cellular structure is responsible for producing rRNA? This is factory of the cell. ER has smooth and there is rough. The smooth has function of something like lipid or detoxification. The rough has like ribosomes on it. I think it should just be, they didn't specify, so let's just go with that. During which phase of the cell cycle does DNA replication? Trick question. Resting phase, interphase, right? And then the DNA has to replicate, double its like its chromosome. I'll just say synthesis, S phase. I'm not sure if I'm correct. In cellular respiration, which stage produces majority? Oh, biochemistry. I love this. Electron transport chain where there's like protons being pumped in and out of the matrix, and then at the end of the proton movements we have like electron acceptor or whatever, and then there's ATP generated. Which of the following is a function of smooth? This is it. What is the primary function of the enzyme amylase? Amylase should be carbohydrates. Which of the following is a characteristic feature of prokaryotic cells? Prokaryotes are small. Yeah, they are small. Presence of nucleus? No. But no, this should be. They have plasmid, I believe. What is the primary function of the hormone insulin? I usually call insulin like the traffic guy. Like he will say, glucose, go into this organ or whatever. Regulates sugar level, this should be it. What is the following, which is the following is a greenhouse gas? Greenhouse gas are ozone, methane. I don't remember the last one. Damn. Greenhouse gases. So guys, they're like the gases that keep us like from having the intensity of the sun from hitting us. Forgotten the last one, and I'm sure the last one is needed here. I'll just go with hydrogen. No. Greenhouse gas, methane, CH3, ozone, O3. How did I forget? What is the process by which plants lose water? That should be water going. It should be transpiration. What is the term for the movement of molecules from an area of high concentration? Okay, active transport needs energy. Molecules, not water, needs assistance should be passive diffusion. Okay, need to be fast. Which I don't want this video to be long. Which of the following is a characteristic of asexual reproduction? Asexual. You will look like me. Yeah, identical offspring. In the scientific classification of living organisms, which category is more specific than but more general than species. Here I think this is the order. King David called order. King David Philip, King Philip should. So after phylum is called, that's class. But more general, yeah, I think it's class. Right? We move on. It says, which of the following is a characteristic feature of viruses? You ruined the earth. Virus? Depends on host. In genetics, what term describes the expression of my gene is genotype. The ones you can see is my phenotype. Alternate forms of gene is my alleles, and homozygous is when I have like XX, stuff like that. What is the primary function of the kidney? My kidney filters. I think so. Right? Production of red blood cell has to do with there's something called renin. I think it's an enzyme, and then there's something called erythropoietin, right? Stimulates blood production, but a kidney plays a role in that too. But like ultimately, it just does filtration. What is the role of the enzyme pepsin? Pepsin, a gene in active form. Pepsin, the active form should be protein breakdown. Oh, I hope I'm correct. In which organ does the majority of nutrient absorption occur? Once I have food in my mouth to my stomach, stomach breaks it down, and I think it's small intestine, the beginning part, duodenum. Am I correct? Duodenum, jejunum, ileum. I need to check that again. Which phylum do insects belong to? Mollusks is my snail. Yeah, I think this is it. Chordata is me, animal with backbone. Annelids are like all those creeping things. Not like insect, like all those centipedes and stuff. Which organ system is responsible for producing hormones? Digestion, food, nervous coordination, and information transmission. Duh. Endocrine system. This should be it. Respiration, breathing. So which of the following? I'm almost at the end. Example of a monosaccharide, simple sugars. You have hexoses, trials, aldose, stuff like that should be monosaccharide. Maltose should be. Maltose is always glucose, glucose, 2 glucose, lactose, milk sugar, glucose and galactose. I really hope I'm right. Sucrose, glucose and fructose. Yeah, this should be glucose. Which organelle is responsible for breaking down recycling cellular waste and debris? Organelle, should be my lysosome. So let's go. Oh God help us. 18. No. How did I fail so much? So I failed 10. Alright. See you guys next